Hello, and welcome to Section 2 of Writing Java Apps on Cloud9 and Google App Engine. Using Cloud9 and Google App Engine together provide a comprehensive, highly tuned application development and deployment solution. Let's look at how these two complementary services dovetail and help us rapidly produce full-featured, modern applications in the cloud. These two service offerings provide an efficient, functional, succinct solution for virtual Java development. These services dovetail to provide a development and management environment accessible by any internet-connected device. We'll see how developing App Engine applications are most efficient in the Cloud9 environment in terms of spinning up configured, ready-for-code environments versus locally configured environments, and how collaboration, security, and convenience are all accelerated through the Cloud9 workspace. We'll see how App Engine applications, when developed on Cloud9 and deployed to the Google Cloud deployment environment, live their complete life cycles within Cloud9 and the Google Cloud Platform. All tools and utilities are accessible between these two services to design, create, deploy, and maintain any App Engine asset. Let's begin with the first video of this section and begin realizing the benefits. First, we need to be aware of all the benefits the Cloud9 service provides. In using Cloud9 and managing the design, coding, and testing within the virtual workspace that it provides, many of the typical overheads we need to pay are just removed from the start. Then, when introducing Google Cloud Platform and the App Engine specific APIs and services, our development process is even more streamlined, and many variable aspects of the design, coding, and deployment processes are removed as well. Let's look into the specifics. In this video, we'll see how Cloud9 has features that make design and coding of Java applications a breeze. We'll talk about how Cloud9's integration with Google Cloud Platform really does save us an amazing amount of time and effort. And finally, we'll see how having a completely virtual environment benefits us in ways we've not even considered. As we've seen with Cloud9, various overheads can be significantly reduced. In terms of a project with a team structure, there are many things that stand out, like platform issues. While a typical development house will have many developers on many different platforms and versions, consistency across individual developer environment setups is always a challenge. Some people on Windows, some on Mac, and some on some flavor of Linux. Even if everyone is on Windows, they're typically on different versions. Just trying to get a consistent OS and version across a team can be costly and resource intensive. Cloud9 completely eliminates any platform and OS version concerns right out of the gates. Only a modern browser is required, and that is assumed. The old software development joke, "It works on my machine," doesn't resonate with a solution like Cloud9. If it works in one developer's virtual environment, it works in everyone's, including quality assurance, if they're also on Cloud9. With Cloud9, workspaces can be cloned, so everyone on a team has an identical setup and everyone works in a parallel world. This feature of Cloud9 alone can eliminate hundreds of hours and thousands of cycles throughout a project's lifespan. New developers who join a team can be set up and productive in minutes, not days. By cloning the workspace of any other developer on the team and using Git to pull the project's current state, there's no wasted time and effort in getting the new guy productive. Google Cloud Platform is a broad, deep, and far-reaching environment that enables a broad array of services and features for developers. The primary Google Cloud Platform access point for Java developers, like us, is the Google Cloud Platform Cloud SDK. Getting the Cloud SDK downloaded, installed, configured, and working properly in an environment, then being able to maintain different environments for specific projects, test wells, or continuous integration, continuous deployment environments can be time-consuming, tedious, and error-prone. With Cloud9, we can set up a new development environment shareable with other developers with the Cloud SDK neatly and consistently configured, ready for us to begin working with it. The Cloud9 new workspace wizard allows for configuration with a single click. This integration, again, saves us time and cycles, not to mention a lot of headaches, in getting fresh workspaces ready for App Engine development. Cloud9's clonable workspace feature allows developers to clone existing workspaces which have been configured for a specific App Engine project's needs. This increases consistency across a team to 100% and eliminates the cause and excuse of It works on my machine. There are other specific efficiencies that can be addressed with Cloud9 as well. The concept of code review and how a team mandates it be performed and when and by whom is always a bone of contention. Oftentimes, more time and cycles are spent getting out of actual code reviews than the time spent doing them. With Cloud9, code review can happen so efficiently, devs may actually begin to enjoy the exercise. Any dev can pull up their workspace anywhere, at any time, with anyone, on any machine, and do in-person reviews of code. Also, workspaces can be shared, so reviews can be executed virtually with only the click of a button. This is too simple and can change the whole likeness of the process. Also, in terms of the Agile process and Scrum, for each sprint review, all of the time spent preparing for all of the required demos by all of the required developers can be eliminated, as each developer can pull up their actual live workspace in the sprint review meeting and walk through the demo of their work. No more networking, file shuttling, boardroom machine manipulation, and etc. It just works in the boardroom like it does in the cubicle. A huge overhead savings. In terms of human resources and their associated costs, there are some folks who can simply be eliminated from the typical required roles and can be assigned more productive tasks. Network and machine support people are essentially eliminated from the picture as, like we discussed previously, machine dependencies like OSs and OS versions are no longer an issue. Also, permissions issues, lockdown problems, supporting hardware like local development database machines and their administration, etc., can, for the most part, be removed from the picture as well. With coverage for these overheads no longer required, a development team based on a virtual environment service like Cloud9 can save buckets of money by eliminating these kinds of roles from their budget. Take it a bit further, and the concept of the virtual office begins to materialize as well, which can benefit any team looking to trim budgets and attract talented software engineers. In this video, we discussed aspects of Cloud9, the Google Cloud Platform and App Engine, and how the convergence of these services provides powerful benefits. We saw how Cloud9 has features that make design and coding of Java applications much easier in many regards, including elimination of local resource configuration and management. We talked about how Cloud9's integration with the Google Cloud Platform really does save us an amazing amount of time and effort in terms of configuring the Cloud SDK in various environments, and how getting all of the various configurations for a project's required lifecycle build-out is done so simply with Cloud9's Google Cloud Platform integration and one-step Google Cloud Platform Workspace Wizard option. And finally, we discussed how having a completely virtual environment benefits us in many ways we'd not even considered before, specifically in terms of resource allocation and project lifetime budgets.